Hello everyone, this is Dr.Mihir Shah once again with another video. In this video, we are solving November 2023 University question paper under the subject Financial Accounting. Again, a very important video for all the TYBMS Semester V student. This is the part 3 of our video series whereby we are solving November 23 paper. So let us see what are the last sums, pending sums in this particular question paper and how to solve them in the most simplest manner. Okay, now we'll first go through the question, the very first sum. That is question number 4. It is said that during the year ended 31st March 21, Mr. Virat bought and sold the following 12% debenture of 100 each of Cherry Limited. Interest being payable on 1st April and 1st October each year. They're giving you 1st June you bought something, 1st September you bought, 1st December you sold, and 1st Feb again you bought. Books are closed on 31st March every year. You have to prepare investment in 12% debenture in Cherry Limited. Accounts for the year ending 31st March 21 in the books of Virat. Okay, the format I have already made the format here. Okay, I've made the format. So the heading will be in the books of Virat. Okay, so I'll write here. In the books of Virat, 12%, no, so basically it's investment, 12% investment of debenture in Cherry Limited, and the due date, always note down the due date. Interest ka due dates are given in the question as 1st April and 1st October. Those are the two due dates which are the most important that you need to remember. Okay, now let us see how to start such kind of sums, okay, based on debentures. First, always make a number line. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb and March. Now this is basically for us, okay. So it's given that on 1st April, okay, and 1st October, this is the due date. So I'm just noting down this as due. Okay. On 1st June, April, May, June. So 1st June, May, you are purchasing. On 1st September, again you are purchasing. 1st December ko you are selling, and 1st Feb ko you are again purchasing, and 31st is closing. So basically we have noted down the hierarchy, how we have to solve the sum, like a time frame. Okay, so we are going to start with now in the sum. Also check, is there any opening balance? Now in the sum there are no opening balance. Okay, so the first due value, the due date which is given is basically a dummy date because you can't do anything in that. Okay, so we are going to start with 1st June. So whenever you purchase anything on the left side, whenever you're selling on the credit side. Okay, so 1st June 2020 you are purchasing. So I'll write here to bank account and working note number 1. Now in working note number 1, always remember the working note, how you have to go. You have to write unit. Okay, you write the face value, you write the cost, and then you write the interest. 4 things has to be there in your working note. So unit, you're buying 300 units, so face value will be 300 into 100, each debenture of 100 rupees each, so that is 30,000. Cost, in the question is given 300 debentures are bought at the rate of 92x interest. 30,000, 300 into 92, it comes to 27,600. On the calculator we write 300 into 92, so it's come to 27,600. It is x interest, so x interest ka logic is you have to do nothing. Okay, don't do anything when there is an x interest. If come interest is there, we need to subtract, but if x interest is there in the question, you don't have to do anything. It's just a normal sum. Interest is always taken on the face value. Remember, interest always on face, so it will be 30,000 into 12% because the full sum is based on 12% debenture, into when was the interest last paid. You have to just ask one question: when was the interest last paid? So we are in the month of June. The interest was last paid in the month of April. So how many months ka gap is there? 2 months. So you'll get 2 months ka interest, 2 divided by 12. Okay, so all the zeros get cut, the 12 gets cut. So basically 300 into 2, which is 600. So interest amounts to 600. So now we can, the face value is 30,000. Interest is 600 and the cost was 27,600. Chalo, we are done with the first purchase. Now on 1st September, again you're purchasing. So 1st September 2020, you're again buying. So to bank account, working note number 2. Sorry. Okay. Again, you're purchasing. So we'll note down working note number 2. Same order. Units. We are buying now 100 units. So the face value will be 100 into 100, which is 10,000. Okay. Cost will be 100 into 94 rupees, but this is come interest. So this is 9,400 less interest. We'll have to minus the interest. So first calculate 10,000 into 12% into when was the interest last paid? April was the last. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. So 5 divided by 12, 2 zeros are cut, 12 12s are cut. So 500 ka interest is there. So 500 ka interest. So 500 will get minus from your come interest, cumulative interest that is. So 8,900 is the value. So under face value we write 10,000. Interest was 500 and the cost was 8,900. Okay, that's the meaning of cumulative interest. Now we are done with that. Now we come to the due date. So on due date, we pass the due date is always on the left side. Okay, so on 1st October 2020, it will be directly by bank. Working note. Now this is basically a simple working note. In this, you only have to note down the interest. The interest is always calculated on the face value. The total number of face value that you have, or total debentures were worth 40,000. So I'm noting working note number 3. I'm putting it here. We are only calculating interest. So 40,000 into 12% into 6 divided by 12 because it's half yearly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 40,000 ka 6%, 12% into 6 divided by 12 comes to 2,400. So interest is 2,400. So we are done with the October. Now December mein you're selling is on the buy side. So we write, now this is very important. Okay, on 1st December you are making a sale to buy bank. Working note number 4. Again in the same way, unit, we are selling 200 units. So the face value will be 200 into 100, which is 20,000. Cost, you are selling it at 95x interest. So 200 into 95, which comes to 19,000. And at x interest, so you don't have to minus any interest from it. Okay, interest 20,000 into 12%. Now when was the interest last paid? Last paid was in October and now we are in December. So October and November, 2 months ka interest you will get it. So 12 ka 2 zeros ka. So 400 is the value of interest. We applied. Face value was 20,000. Interest was 400 and cost was 19,000. Okay, now comes the most important part. The moment you sell, okay, we need to find the profit or loss. Okay, the moment you sell, you need to find the profit or loss. So we need to find the cost. Now cost will be working note number 5. How to find the cost? NV of sale, FV of sale or NV, okay, nominal value or face value. So that will be 20,000 upon total FV. Total FV was 40,000 minus, see, whenever you're selling, hide that part after that, okay. So it is 40,000 minus nothing. So upon 40,000 into the cost, that is again debit minus credit. So 27,600 plus 8,900. So which comes to 36,500. So 36,500. So 20,000 into 36,500 divided by 40,000, it comes to 18,250 cost. We sold it for 19,000. If you sold it for 19,000, you're going to get a profit. You're going to get a profit of 750. So now this we need to post it. Now if it is a profit, it will be on the debit side. So same date, for 1 December 2020, to profit and loss account, working note number 5. In the last column, 750, that's a profit. Okay, that was the most important in a part of the sum. After that is just now normal. Again, now this is over. So we are done with the December. Now we come to Feb. Feb mein again you are purchasing. So we come back here. 1st Feb 2021 to bank account. Working note number 6. Again your units will be, you are purchasing 150 units. So face value will be 15,000. Cost is 150 into 98, but this is now come interest. So we'll have to calculate 150 into 98, which comes to 14,700 less interest. Now interest ke liye we'll have to check. So 15,000 into 12% into when was the interest last paid? When Feb, October it was last paid. So 1, 2, 3, 4 months. So 4 divided by 12, again 0, 0, 12, 12 cut. So we have 600 ka interest. Okay, so interest is 600, so we minus 600, so it will become 14,100. Chalo, let us use those values now. Face value was 15,000, interest is 600, and 14,100 is the cost. Okay, that's it. Nothing beyond that. After that, they're just giving you, we need to close the accounts. So chalo, let's start closing the account. Step 1, first 31st March 2021 by balance. Carried down. First we tally the unit column or the face value column. So 30, 40, 55,000. From 55 we have sold 20,000. So the balance is 35,000. Next we need to first calculate the interest. Okay, so 35,000 pay we need to remove the interest. So on the calculator, 35,000 into 12%. Okay, into when was the interest last paid? Now this is in March. We had paid in October. So October 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So into 6 divided by 12. So we get the value as 2,100. Now we tally the interest ka part. Interest ka part is always the credit side will be bigger. 2,400, 2,800, 4,800, 4,900. So take 4,900 on both the sides. The difference will come here. That will be known as again 31st December March 21 to P&L account. So 4,900 minus 1,700, which comes to 3,200. Last we need to add the last column, 27,600 plus 8,900 plus 750 plus 14100. Total comes to 51,350 minus 19,000. Difference is 32,350. I'm just writing the total here, 51,350. Okay, so this is how you all had to solve the sum based on investment account. So you all can go through it once. Okay, now we have question number 4a. It's given that prepare investment account in the books of Miss Nina for the following transaction. On 12th April, you have purchased equity shares of 10 each in ABC Limited for 50 lakhs. 15th May, ABC issued some bonus shares, and on 30th June, sold some shares. Okay, that's it. So there is no dividend aspect given here. Okay, so I've made the format, date, particulars, nominal value, cost, date, particular, nominal value, cost. Since there is no dividend, so we have ignored that column. You can even make that column and keep it. Okay, so chalo, feel first, note down the heading. This is in the books of Nina. It is investment account in equity shares. Okay, it is investment account in equity shares. So in the books of Nina, it is investment account in equity shares. Okay, so we go date wise. First date is 12th April, and on 12th you are purchasing. So funda is same like the previous sum. When you purchase left side, when you sell right side. Okay, so on 12th April you are purchasing, so to bank account. The nominal value was 1 lakh equity shares of 10 each, so that is 10 lakhs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 lakhs at the cost of 50 lakhs. So 10 lakh and 50 lakhs, we have noted it down. Then on 15th/5, they issued bonus shares in the ratio 3:2. So I'm making a working note here. Held, got. You will be getting bonus share of 3 shares for every 2 held. If you have 2, you get 3. But we had 1 lakh shares. So 1 lakh into 3 is 3 lakh. 3 lakh ka half is 1,50,000. So total number of shares you're going to get as 1,50,000 shares of 10 each. So 15 lakhs. So this is the date, 15th May 21 to bonus. It is free of cost. So there is no cost. 15 lakh ka shares. 15 lakh ka shares and no cost because it's free of cost. Chalo, and then after they said on 30th 6 you're selling. So I'm writing here 30th 6/21 by bank account. You are selling, Nina sold 1,25,000 shares. So 1,25,000 shares for 20 each. So first of all, 1,25,000 into 10 will become 12,50,000. Okay, and again 1,25,000 into 20 rupees, that will become 25 lakhs. Okay, so we have written there. Now the rule is whenever you sell, we need to find the cost. Though in order to find the cost, okay, the formula is NV of sales 12,50,000 upon total, that is 25 lakhs, into the total cost 50 lakhs. So 12,50,000 divided by 25 into 50 lakhs, the total comes to 25 lakhs. Okay, the total cost also came to 25 lakhs. So cost is 25, selling is also 25, so there's no profit, no loss in this sum. Okay, there's no profit, no loss. So if profit, no, that's it. So we know we can't pass that particular entry. That's it, nothing else is given. We'll start closing the entry. First the unit, so that is 25 lakhs. So on 31st March 2022, by balance carried down, so that will become 12,50,000. Cost was 50 lakhs. 50 minus 25 is 25 lakhs. And that's it. The sum gets done there itself. Chalo, you all can go through it once. It's a very simple basic sum it was. Okay, now the next question 4B. Excel Limited issued 40,000 shares of 10 each. These shares were underwritten as by P and Q in the ratio 3:2. The public applied for 38,000 shares which included marked application from the underwriters as follows. P ka 5,000 and Q 3,000. Determine the net liability of the underwriters. Okay, so I've noted on the format: statement of net liability, steps, particulars, basis, PQ, total. Step number 1 will always be gross liability. Under gross liability, the ratio was 3:2 and the total number of shares that were issued were 40,000. So 40,000 into 3 divided by 5 the first value comes to 24,000, so the other one will be 16,000. B में आएगा less marked application, okay, which is already given. They gave P का 5,000 and Q का 3,000. Total is 8,000. So the balance, step number C is balance. So balance that they got will be 24,000 minus 5 is 19,000. 16 minus 3 is 13,000. So that becomes 42,000. From that, D will be less unmarked application. Now remember, in the question they gave us, they provided that for 38,000 shares were received, were applied, but from 38, 8,000 was marked. So unmarked is 30,000. In the ratio 3:2, we'll have to divide it. So 30,000 into 3 divided by 5, which comes to 18,000. So if one is 18, the other one will be 12,000. We will subtract it and we'll get the balance. And after that, there's nothing else given in the question. Okay, so that will basically see 19 minus 18 will become 1. 13 minus 12 will also be 1. So basically, we're going to get a positive value. So that will be our final value. Okay, net liability, we can write it there. So 19 minus 18 is 1,000. 13 minus 12 is 1,000. Okay, and this 40 minus 8 was supposed to be 32,000. Okay, so this will be 2,000. And that's the final value. Net liability 1,000, total comes to 2,000. Okay, so this is how you'll have to solve question number 4A and 4B. So I hope everyone have understood that. You can go through it once. Okay, chalo, with that we will be ending this video here. Thank you.